First grade, what's going on? Mr. Hunter here. We're going to do some of these exercises behind me, but I first wanted to talk to you today about your phonics packet. I sent you guys a packet, your parents a packet, pages 1 to 51. And what it is a packet that's going to refresh your memory. Some of this stuff is going to be really easy for you. You're going to say, why are we doing this, Mr. Hunter? I know how to do this. But the key is, even in second grade, the beginning of second grade, you're going to be repeating some of the same things that I'm teaching you right now because we're going to refresh your mind. When summer comes, you're going to have off for the entire summer. So we want to make sure that you know exactly what we're doing. So some of this stuff, some of the work we've done earlier in the year, some of it is going to be new to you, but we're going to keep talking to you, trying to help you out. In terms of today, I'm going to walk you through what we're doing. It says my best writing. How do we do our best writing? We have to understand the foundation of words. We have to understand the letters. We have to understand the special sounds. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start today with the letter C. And I'm clicking on my computer here so I can get to walk you through. For the letter C, it says color the pictures that start with C. You're going to see pictures all throughout page 2. And you have to just look and say, does this start with a C? Listen to the sound. If you know what it sounds like, then you should be able to know if I should color it. If you color it and it's not the right one, don't get upset. Don't beat yourself up. Don't say, oh man, I messed up. I have to start over. This is practice. This is the first step into it. It's on page 2. So obviously it's still going to be pretty easy, like I mentioned. But what you're going to do is you take the word, you see the word for first blank, it says cow. The word says cow. You're going to trace the word if you have your worksheet printed out. If not, you're going to write the word cow. And then you're going to write it underneath of it. So you trace the first one, then you're going to write it underneath of it again. So you're writing it 3 times. You're tracing it once, then you're writing it, I should say you're writing it twice. You're tracing it once and you're writing it twice. The next word is cake. Cake starts with a C. Who likes cake? Somebody just had a birthday. Did they have a birthday cake or a cupcake? Maybe, but when I like cake, I have it on my birthday, a nice vanilla cake with or a nice yellow cake with vanilla icing. But this isn't about me. I'm talking about food. This isn't about me. You're going to talk about cake. You're going to trace the word cake. Then you're going to write cake underneath of it. And it has these little, you might be able to see it, but it has these little arrows. It's showing you how you can kind of trace the word and make it so it's exactly on the line. And so you can work on your penmanship. Right now, the words, you guys know how to spell them. What we are working on right now is making sure you're writing the words neatly on the line so that when you're writing, you don't have to use up the whole page for 10 words. So some of you guys, you write really good, but you write really, really big. This is going to help you practice to write neatly, smaller, in a controlled space so that everything fits on the lines and you don't have any issues. So look at the way you trace the first word. The first word, it may have a little dot there. All right, the first word, it says like that, right? What you don't also see is there's a dot. There's a little dot that was right there. There's a little dot at the top. Okay, there's another little dot here, and there's another dot, I should say right here. These dots are showing you where your letters should line up and where they should be. So make sure you stay in that area and you're not writing further along. Stay on those lines, and then at the bottom, it doesn't have any help. You don't have any help. So try to write it just the same at all 3 times. So when I see the words, I want to see the same word each time, but written the same way. I don't want to see a big K. I don't want to see a little E. I want to see if you can do it 3 times the same way in a row. So really practice writing neatly. There's no rush. You don't have to rush on this. Writing neatly is the way that you want to do this. So you have cow, cake, the word can, and then the word car. And that's what you're doing for page number 2. You're working with the word, the letter C and words that start with that. At the bottom, it says the same thing. Is this your cat? Well, is this your cat? You see the picture there with the cat? You're going to trace that. But then guess what? You're going to write it the same way underneath. So again, this is sort of repeat. Remember your penmanship work? You guys have done this in your penmanship. You're going to be doing this with your phonics work over the next couple of weeks, and we'll build up. Looking at page number 3, it says, write each rhyming word 3 times. They all end with at, A-T, those 2 letters. They all end with at. But use only your best letters that start at the top. All right? So mat, M-A-T. All right, M-A-T, mat. What are you going to do? You're going to write another one, mat, underneath. You're going to write another one. All right, you see that word at? What is that picture next to it? One says a welcome mat. One is a rat. You see that picture? So you have to draw and write what that is, but you have to write neatly. 3 times. So they want you to write each rhyming word 3 times. They all end with the letters AT, that special sound at, and then use only your best letters that start at the top. All right, so keep doing that all the way down. You see the pictures. You have to decide who is in the picture. You see the picture there with something that you put on your head. I'm not going to tell you because that's going to give you the answer. You see another one at the bottom. Oh, the picture there, I will tell you that. On page number 3, at the bottom on the right row, so you have a rat, you have a hat, and then you have a cat. In Spanish, you guys want to learn some Spanish? In Spanish, the way you say cat is un gato. All right, it sounds different. All right, so it's not in Spanish. You don't say cat. Cat doesn't start with a C. It starts with a G. All right. So gato, and you have to say gato. Everybody say gato. You got it. Practice that today. That's how you say cat in Spanish. All right, in Espanol. All right. So you have all these. You're going to be trying them, writing the rhyming words 3 times. Make sure you're only using your special sounds at the top there. Okay. We're going to dive deeper a little bit into a different part of our phonics today. I want you to take a look at the board behind me. So if you have a sheet of paper, get a pencil, get a sheet of paper. I want you to practice with me as I'm going over this because I want you to just remember some skills. Okay. So first grade phonics, C in city, just like we're talking about C in your worksheet today, your phonics worksheet. That is a special sound. It is also the 3rd letter of the alphabet, if you didn't know. All right. We have the words pencil. We have the words mercy. We have the words circus, grace, bicycle, rejoice, and that's it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take these words and we're going to look at the sound, the special sounds, and see what we can put. We have to put these words underneath of right here. So we have CE, CI, and CY. I'll need to erase gato. All right. So let's look. If we have to put the words underneath and match them up with their special sounds, CE, CI, CY, we're going to do that now. So let's look at the word pencil. So pencil, how do we say that? Which special sound does it go under? Does it go under CE? Does it go under CI or CY? Pencil. So, okay. You say in the middle? Okay. So we're going to put pencil in the middle. Because that special sound with pencil is a C and an I. Pencil. Can you think of any other words that have a C and an I in there? Think about that while we're moving on, okay? Think about that and see if you can come up with one. All right. The next word we have is mercy. Mercy. I hear the special sound. Do you guys hear it? Where is it at? Is it the beginning or the end? Do we have a CY? It ends in CY. Do we have CY? Okay. We're going to end it right there. Mercy. All right. What about circus? Ooh, that's a different one, right? Circus. See, now this is a trick because guess what? It has 2. It has a CI and a CU. But which one are we going to put? What are our choices? Do we have a CU up here? No. So we're not worried about that. We're only going to put the choice that we have. We're going to put circus with the CI. So if I can write it correctly. All right. And then on the next I should say column, grace. Grace. Oh, you hear how that sounds? Grace almost has like a S sound at the end, right? What other letter in the alphabet has that S sound? S, right? Well, for this problem, we're going to put grace, and that's the first blank we have here with the CE. So we're going to put that right there. Bicycle. Bicycle. This is another special one because there's 2 C's. There's a CL and there's a CY. If we were doing special sounds, we would be putting both of those. But you know what we're going to do? We're only going to put what the choices have. So CY goes for bicycle. So where do we put bicycle? Right here. Okay. And then what about rejoice? Rejoice. Again, there's that S sound at the end. So that is a CE. When you hear that S sound and it's a C, it always knows it's followed by a silent E. Okay. A silent E. So we're going to put grace over here. And I think we did it. All right, one more activity before we go. Contractions. A contraction, you guys know what contractions are. You were working with those a little bit before we went on our break. A contraction is when you take 2 words, you put them together, you smush them together. So take your hands, 2 words, you put them together, and they become 1. So 2 words, put them together, and they become 1. All right, so we have our words up here. Now what we have are he is, you are, and they will. We have to match them with the proper contraction. So these are two words. These are one word. So we have to match them with the proper contraction. How are we going to do that? Well, when we see which one we think it is, we're going to put the one or the two or the three down next to it. So he is. How do we make that into one word? Do we say you're, they'll, or he's? I think it's pretty simple. I think you guys get it. But that, when you do that, it's called a what? Contraction. We've learned about consonants. We learned about contractions now. Contractions are when you take two words to make one. Consonants are every letter in the alphabet except the vowels. So know the difference. A consonant is every letter in the alphabet except the vowels. But a contraction is when you take two words, bring them together, make one. All right. So he's is going to be he is. So we're going to put a one right there because that's the match. All right. What about you are? What do we think that is? Well, I'll give you a hint. If you see that the word starts with a Y, you might want to look up there and see, does any word up there start with a Y? That might be a hint, right? So he, you are is your. So that's going to be there. And then by default, we already know that the last one there is going to be there, okay? You guys say these in your sentences all the time. When I ask you what you're going to do on the weekend, you say, we are going to go to, we're going to go to the park. And then you say, we're going to go to the park. You use contractions every day, but you might not know exactly what they are. So we're going to identify contractions. We're going to do some more work with contractions over the next few days. We're going to do some more work with your packet. And I said today is an introduction day, even the rest of the week. Tomorrow, pages 4 and 5, pages 3 and 4, I'm sorry, and pages 4 and 5 on Friday. Those are going to be additional worksheets that we're just getting you back into the groove. But starting next week, we're really going to dive in. So I hope you're ready. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if you have any questions, let me know.